Hello, everyone. Welcome to Toyeen Talks. Wow, I cannot thank you enough for what you have been doing. It means a lot to us. Thank you for your likes, subscribes. Thank you for watching our videos. Thank you for everything. Thank you. Till I'll see you in my next video. Stay safe, stay blessed. I love you all. Bye.
Go home that day. When did she go home? Has Baba see? I'm giving open questions. These are questions that the public lawyer. I don't know what he or she can do. Kó gbé Baba padà wá. Let him come and explain what has been happening for the past 11 months. How did you
Mr.
know your
Dawa,
son died?
you said we can interject you, right? Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm so
sure.
sorry. Another thing, last week, Prime Boy in jáde, ó ní bàbá ẹ bọ́ta o, tẹ́ bá bọ́ta wá hùn, mi á sọ̀rọ̀ àṣírí á tú o. Ṣe rí wípé káàmpù wọn wá dàrú pé ọmọ ẹ má máa tú àṣírí ló di wípé you know what, ìgbà táàrin wọn ti ń dàrú yìí ní Queen sọ pé spending, this is the right time for you to go out and say your truth, nothing but the truth. Spending came out, narrated the whole story. And if you can see, like 3 days ago, Aries was really coming for Prime Boy. Ó sọ pé wọ́n lọ ń dá owó fún ẹ ní ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn olórí ẹbí for what? Ta ló yẹ kó fẹsẹ̀ rìn lọ sí Abuja tí ò bá kí ń ṣe ìwọ? Maybe result yẹn ti wà lọ́wọ́ every one of them, and now they are looking for a way to cover up. Okay, after your Prime Boy, torí tá a bá your Prime Boy máa tú àṣírí ìjòsí máa tú. Queen náà dẹ̀ wò pé you know what, àárín wọn ti ń dàrú. Spending, go out, go and talk right now. Something is definitely going wrong nínú team wọn.
Cindy, do you know what I think it is? I think they tried to seal a deal, and the people, because of the problems that they're in, rebuffed it. So maybe they tried to seal the deal that somebody would bear a manipulation of the actual thing they did, and then somebody's rebuffed it, and then it's become a case of, look, before they get somebody else to do it and put it on me, I better start yelling. I think that's what it is.
Maybe so you keep busting my brain. You keep busting my brain. Continue, please.
What I'm saying, so yes, but I'm just adding to what Cindy said and echoing it. It means suspect where there's been the way they tried to do it, the way they did a deal previously and it was sort of successful. Now they tried to probably seal another deal behind, and the boys are probably thinking, oops, not this time. This is going way too far because we're going against the state. And then individually and whichever way. So everybody is now like, look, before they drop this thing on my head, I better start yelling, because it's whoever yells the loudest. Because in what makes sense to me is, why are people using and daring? It's just like a patronizing for a younger person all of a sudden. Are you afraid of him? Are you trying to pipe him down so that he doesn't, say something? Why the sudden air? And even the person asking questions, she doesn't have the full context, because there's some questions to Mberi that you think, hang on, we would have thought you knew this when you were making your own conclusion. So why are you asking that people should shed more light on it? Either way, they're working for us, because they're giving us more information and more understanding of what's going on.
God bless you for this submission. I'm always enlightened whenever you speak Baby Soft Life. Omami, I believe you came up to say one or two things. Over to you, man. Omami, are you there? Okay, Omami is quiet. I don't know. Abi, she's not listening. She can't hear me. Can anybody hear me?
Okay, I think I'm requesting it. Maybe she's no longer with her phone, so I'll drop her and bring up somebody else.
Okay. What? How Cindy is doing that, also Dawa, link the noodles gist. Because somebody came out yesterday and said, all we ever eat in that house is noodles. Baba said they put something in noodles. So who gave Baba the noodles gist? Does that make sense? So I think the same information.
Who gave Karima the gist as well? Who gave Karima that gist? Because Karima said the same thing too.
But remember, Cindy, Karima, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, had that same person on her platform some time back, didn't she?
Of course.
That's the link.
Of course.
They all have that one link.
Do you notice now that Bukky Jesse doesn't have any information concerning what is going on about Wunmi anymore? Joshe Aribenye, because the
You're
link,
right.
yes, she doesn't have any information anymore, sir.
ìyá
Because
Cindy mo ti
yeah,
béèrè question lánàá mo ní
Because of
ṣá
flyer
mo ní
don't cast.
ṣé
that tab
àná
has been shut down.
mo ní ṣáná ni inquest ni because gbogbo nǹkan almost 90% false narrative táwọn people ń carry wọ́n dẹ̀ debunk gbogbo ẹ̀ lánàá wọ́n debunk everything so kí wàá ní Wùmí fẹ́ lọ ṣe ní inquest báyìí o àwọn gan ti fẹnu because erisi burúkú tó ní pé ilé níjà ti erisi tó níjà ti ilé níjà ti ṣẹlẹ̀ ilé ni Wùmí pa Mohbad sí Spending sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ó náà jà fún 2 hours Spending sọ fúnra rẹ̀ lánàá ó lóun sọ fún jàánú lé erisi ayé ẹ̀ ti bàjẹ́ supreme ayé lòdì ayé ẹ̀ ti bàjẹ́.
Mr. Dawa, is there a way? Mr. Dawa, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay, is there a way we can get Spending CTC?
There's a way. We only have to apply for it.
Okay, all right. We'll talk about that later. Let's get his CTC and see what happened because guy needs a day to debunk everything. I mean, what in Waki Spending Jade was sorrow. He refused to come out to say anything. So what happened? What really changed? Kilo Shelley after 11 months, almost. Okay, go ahead.
So, what's the thing? Spending in that circle, in my own opinion, this is my personal opinion, is the weakest link. Now, if care is not taken, everything goes on him. I think with the help of whoever his sister is or himself, he sussed that out because he's softly spoken. So he sussed that out and he's thinking, do you know what? It's as if these people are no longer aligning with me. I better start bellowing because they're not even listening to me anymore. I need to start yelling. And that's what caused that yesterday's thing. Because Taba Wukini Edada, they're all saying that they're trying to nail Spending in a way. Was that yesterday's thing? Everybody's trying to nail him. But the thing with that thing, Spending doesn't even strike me as someone that can lie for a living. He strikes me as when he was in detention and they were talking about getting him out, there must have been a conversation because they mentioned Westo bringing $1. So there must have been a conversation from Westo to Spending as to, Mommy, if you really want to get out of this place, you better align with my kiniko. So that's why it was thought that the money was raised on Westo's platform for Spending. So whatever Spending did in that time was probably just to get out of prison, desperation. Now, I suspect that Owonye, he didn't have all of that money. I suspect Owonye was shared, but he can't tell who. But do you know what? Not from my mouth to the gods, but I know somebody they all think did not take out of that money that took out of it. And that person was the loudest voice months back. I don't share, I should come for like 6 hours. Don't disturb the who took money. The person that was shouting and yelling the loudest, I think that person had sharing the money. Because when you look at psychologically, the loudest noise, usually it's either Kujapeni Yellow Fair do under as the underdog, or Kujapeni has something to hide. And so when they shout the loudest, it's for everybody to believe them. But not be my mouth go talk them.
You are 100% right. I concur with that your submission. And then there's power tussle in this. Aries wanted to spite Queen. That's why he's going for Prime Boy. Now there's going to be a problem within them. Prime Boy has gone to Aries' enemy.
Mommy Dipsy, Aries is working for somebody. Take it. She's working for somebody. They are using Aries.
It's gonna be a long film, because listen, he has gone for. He has gone out to lot of the enemy by. Let's see how it works, how it plays out.
Aries àti kí lórúkọ ọ̀rẹ́ yẹn ọjọ́ ń ṣiṣẹ́ fèèyàn kan ní ìyẹn guarantee we all know that.
But they are all putting everything on spending now. Even on Bookie's JC's platform, on our Facebook and TikTok live yesterday, they are all castigating spending.
Sister Duke,
Spending is a liar.
Jerry, they think they are doing that, but to the intelligent mind, they are not. At this point, what they're all doing is coloridoriemo. Because when you listen, if you link it together, when you listen to Kudi yesterday, you see, when you want to know when people are telling the truth, it is when they are heightened and their temper is woo and they're explosive. Because they won't process it. Boom, 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 the way it comes out. You would notice that in her conversation, I was almost made or tempted to believe that some of the people she was looking after before as her children, and I'm not talking about one, it's as if there's a shift in relationship. Because if not for this person, how would I have been involved in this? If not for that person, how would I have been? So she is also shifting the blame to those people, but not fully shifting it. Whereas that relationship is still tight. I would be saying, you won't need to mention your friend. But you're saying, they brought this thing to me because of this person. But that said, you didn't have them on your platform. I would have thought she would call them all up and say, oh yeah, hey boys, let's talk about. So she herself was even doubting the outcome of that conversation they had months ago, because she said that there was no clarity as to Bikini she play out with the money.
She's still insisting that Spendy told them what all that he is lying. Kudi is a fool, a big one at that. For her to still anyway.
We even tell us whatever spending says. We are not romancing. They should bring out a very good evidence against Wunmi. That's what we want. Bring out a very good one. Don't fight. Bring out a very good one. I'm just not sure saying something much.
Did you notice that everywhere spending went? Sorry, ma. Did you notice that everywhere spending went? Omanipeki Eniton Chaperone, that his auntie. Omanipeko step down. Have you noticed? Because she's more vocal. She's his voice in a way. But Toba speak on his behalf. When they want to speak to spending, they'll say, Emma worry, LA drop. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, that happened in 2 different places yesterday.
Yes. In fact, she dropped in
her down to address him.
Olori Ebi's platform. In fact, they said, is somebody talking to you? And that got her annoyed, and then she dropped, and then later told them Spendy to drop. But Bookie was familiar with, was trying to wrap her up and say, okay, Emma worry.
Yes, but Toba
she should have taken
Toba Aburu. If it was your, of course, thank God it's not us, but if it was your own sibling, would you leave them? Would you have?
You should have taken him along and not allow him to talk too much.
And it was left for too long.
It was all the same. It was better. Now, if you hadn't talked, who had all this thing that he said? Because I don't understand why I want to know what jello you. Because at me or that the first few raw my wow it's not possible. Why the people must everything they got it wrong shit. You are lying and you are saying the lies will turn to truth. Spending, you're on your own. That's your problem. For you to have consented with them in the first place, that means you are not a good person. That's my own submission. Even if I'm going to die here, I die here. So, but don't you compromise to work where you might be a daddy. wọ́n ti gbé ẹ jáde sí pẹ̀lú gbogbo owó yẹn sí everything they are rubbishing you now. O ti tẹ́ wájú o ti tẹ́ lẹ́yìn ó wá wà láàrin ibo ló fẹ́ lọ. Àwọn sẹ́nétọ̀ òfò Ọlọ́run ti mú gbogbo yín.
nurse tí ò bá
Sadawa
wọn
continue.
tí ò dá sí wọn ṣé wọ́n fi pé nurse ò mọ nǹkan tó ń ṣe ni ó mọ nǹkan tó ń ṣe náà á wò pé má fi ti yín kó bá tèmi.
If nurse bá plead guilty ẹjọ́ ẹ̀ máa yá ó dẹ̀ lè má ní ẹ̀wọ̀n púpọ̀ ó lè bá láàánú pàdé bọ́ tó bá lọ bá wọn join nonsense ó máa gùn gbọ̀rọ̀gbọ̀rọ̀ ó náà bá wọn join.
I don't think the nurse is going to follow whatever they are planning. I don't think so. I don't think so. Her own case is
She
actually
wants,
very
she will
different.
have. Yeah.
Kole, because number one, ọlọ́pàá ti sọ pé o ti confess. There's nothing.
And those you joke
There's
about
nothing you can. There's nothing that nurse can really. She can't really change her this thing. You. Kótẹ ní sùúrù náà. Kótẹ wá. Ẹ máa gbọ́rọ̀ o. Kó wá kó sọ pé Mohbad kọ́ lòun treat. Number one, I saw ẹni tóun treat. That's number one. Why would you come and treat, even if the person is not Mohbad, and come with injections? Tí mo nǹkan tí mo sọ ń sìn. That you came to treat somebody with TT or MUTT or paracetamol. You're not qualified to treat anybody. Why did you then come? Who did you treat? So for you to even say you didn't treat Mohbad, but you treated someone else, number one, you provide the other person. You will provide the other person you treated. And injury. So all those things that we are looking for the nurse, what do you want to do with the nurse? The nurse that has made confessional statements at Pansi that even the commissioner of police even referenced.
They said there was no nurse. Why are they looking for nurse now? At least for like 4-5 months. What we are hearing is at least for 6-7 months. What we are hearing, there is no nurse. There is no nurse. No nurse came. No nurse came. Why are they looking for nurse now?
Ẹ̀gbọ́n kan tí Bukky Jesse sọ ni àwọn pípọ̀ yìí wọ́n dẹ̀ ti jò sí títí ìwọ̀n bá aṣọ iyì tó kù sára ẹ̀ wọ́n dẹ̀ gbọ́n ya jòsí dẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní tẹ́ káàkiri ẹ̀sìn wọ́n ní jòsí lọ police station olóòbùkú wọ́n tó ti fún lówó wọ́n tó competition wọ́n lóun lọ́mọ èèyàn tó competition mọ́ ló bá ló tún forí lé police station wọ́n ní ṣe náà lé jòsí jáde pé ìwọ bàbá dání báradáradá ẹ kúrò ń bí kó lọ sí ọmọ ẹ kó kúrò ń bí jáde.
Dání kò lọ sí ọmọ ẹ tó
wọ́n náà lè bí ajá ni pé Bukky Jesse ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n ní ọ̀gbẹ́ni báradáradá ẹ kúrò ń bí tó kàn báradáradá káàkiri ìwọ àti petition ẹ kẹ wá bí kó sí kó lọ sí ọmọ ẹ. All this grace
Otuba, even how she said it is very laughable. Emma Gboro, you said Baba wanted a police report. For what? Do you collect police reports on a petition? Ewani, a mistake has been made. What mistake? Iwo lo se mistake lo si omo e. That's the mistake they are referring to, not that we will lo mistake láti tamper pẹ̀lú evidence that a mistake has been made. Bukky Jesse was emphasizing on that thing, not knowing that it is a clear thing for you. They should be referring to the Baba, saying that police report to Lewa that a mistake has been made. The mistake they were referring to was him tampering with the distance. That's why you can't get a police report. You tampered with the evidence. So who are you trying to sue? Who are you trying to petition? When you already made a mistake by tampering with the evidence, by carrying the dead body from one place to the other, by touching so many things, touching so many things on his body, burying him, you didn't allow an autopsy to be done. A coroner's stuff should be done on the body. You didn't allow. So the police knows what they were saying. They say that a mistake had already been done. Go and bury your son. We don't know. Bukky Jesse was just asking a question that can be answered by even a fool. This makes her more stupid. If you are saying that the police are even rubbishing him when he went there 2 days ago to file a petition and asking for a police report. What police report? And they said that a mistake was made. The mistake was you tampering with the evidence. So why are you disturbing us at the police station? Why are you disturbing us with various petitions, whereas the mistake came from you?
If you had locked the gates, shouted at the top of your voice, and said, I saw a pool of blood. I saw a pool of blood. Wọ́n ti pọnmọ mi o, wọ́n ti pọnmọ mi o, ẹ̀wẹ̀ jẹ́. People would have, the police would have rallied around you and ensured that whatever petition you write, first, bó ṣe ń rí báyìí, náà ṣe máa pe àwọn èèyàn wá sí police station. But you tampered with it. You did not report pool of blood. You did not say anything like that, except a month later. You said pool of blood a month later, around October ending. Last gbọ́ anything. MOU with African TV la gbọ́ throughout throughout October. November la ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń gbọ́ pool of blood. So you made the mistake. You did not lock the house. You came to the police station, carried the dead body till today. Which police station? Is it the one at zone 2? Abi the one that not too so they mentioned about 2 or 3 police stations.
Eléyìí
Which
tó wà
police
lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́
station?
palace ni lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ palace
Is that the one at
níwájú palace Elegushi.
the one at Elegushi? Wọ́n tún dárúkọ mi
Elegushi police
Sandros.
station. Tó
Kìnìún
jẹ́
náà
pé
sọ
security ló
Sandros.
control ìyẹn ni.
They play my
Gurexi
back. Comot
náà sọ pé
station
Sandros. Báwo ni Sandros àti Lekki ṣe papọ̀? How is Sangros and Lekki báwo ló ṣe papọ̀? And there is a rumour tó tún jẹ́ pé bóyá Ìkòròdú police station gan lẹ gbé lọ, because they were saying that why did you not report to the nearest police station? And that thing even looks somehow. That thing even looks somehow. Because while you are making the statement, let me just give you a hint. While you are making the statement, you are making a statement that you have a dead body in your car. The policemen are not stupid. They would have gone to inspect the dead body. If they had seen blood or traces of blood, they would have detained everybody there. So, did you actually go to a police station? I am still asking a question. Yes, where is the police station? Can you petition the police station and say that every person, every police officer on duty should come to the coroner inquest and appear there? Your statement that you said you dictated and that you signed, they should bring it along with them. That is one of the evidences. That is even where we are going to know if there was a pool of blood, whether Mohbad's hair was shaved, who called Baba, everything. Baba would have said it there, because these are questions the policeman will ask him in his first ever statement. Did you go to any police station? Which police station? It is a clear. The lawyer of Baba Sanshitu would petition that police station that all officers on duty should appear at the coroner inquest. So the mistake the police are telling you that you went there 2 days ago is a mistake you made, not the mistake of anybody. So it is just laughable. Bukky Jesse is referencing an embarrassment of Baba. She is referencing it and doesn't know that this is an embarrassment to even Baba himself. That why don't you go and bury your son? You are coming here, you petition this, you petition that, you are asking for a police report. After a mistake has been made, the mistake was made.
I remember something now, and I want to ask a question. I don't know, I might be wrong. Please, the lawyers of Baba Abilega Timabihu, are they working separately? Why I ask this is that the affidavit that Baba signed, did, there was the name of the lawyer there, and I know it's not Monisola Odumosu. Now Odumosu is coming out again to write a petition against the police. Please help me. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ mi gbóyìnbó. Ẹ bá mi correlate àwọn kìíní yẹn kó yé mi o. Àbí mi ni mi mọ̀ ni. Help me, please.
The problem there is this: when you have too many pajamas or aṣọ òbúra or wrapper, and you put them on at intervals, and they told you or you were asked, "Ewole won jeta," you will be confused. You will be confused. Why do you think Wunmi has stayed with just one legal team all this while? And she believes her team. The first lawyer, David Faleye, also, you came out, you said he's not competent. Ẹ sọ pé ẹ yáwó kan, ẹ fi sanwó. You came out with Oloye Odumosu. Bukky Jesse came out to rubbish Odumosu and said he's a Yoruba nation lawyer, but he's not a son. You now came out with Sanshitu. Who exactly is your lawyer? Sanshitu, you said you got him for Corona inquest. Odumosu, you said is for that of the DNA. So you said Odumosu is the head of the legal team. Now we have Monisola, whereas the father is in UK. Who exactly is the head of Baba's legal team? It is not my own business.
Dawa,
Me.
do you know
Kódà
what I think?
Papriano as your head of legal team. Kò kàn mí.
So this is what I think, Dawa. Too many cooks spoil the broth. They all think they're working to support the legal team. The legal team, or whoever their legal people are, they are professionals. These people went to uni, whatever, to train for this job. A layman cannot necessarily be advising a legal person in the things of legality, except you're telling them what you know. And another thing is Bugbereton Sakiri and how everybody's phone suddenly is on auto record. I don't know how the Nigerian legal system works, but here, if you record someone without their knowledge, it's not admissible in court. It's not. So if that's the same thing that applies there, if they think they're trying to get something out of spending to present to their legal team, it's not going to work. Because for as long as the boy does not know he's being recorded and it hasn't been said, you're being recorded because we need to give this to our legal team, it ideally should not be admissible. And also when you look at their style of questioning, their style of questioning is very brash, very intimidating, and they even force words into the person's mouth. They are saying, shebi. That, you don't see a professional person or a legal person asking questions like that, because it can be an assumption and you don't assume what they've said. Usually they'll say something like, I believe you just said, but not, okay, and you see, another thing that blows my mind is it's either people don't lack a specific knowledge. Because if something, I'm not good with cars, but I want to believe Prados are like Jeeps or SUVs. I know of SUVs. If it's a 7-seater, it's achievable. It's achievable because it's probably near the window sitting. And at that point in time, the urgent risk or the high risk was the possibility of the door opening and someone falling out. The baby behind with him in the third row, or the whatever row they call it, is safer and it can reach for a door while just jostling a baby. So people don't think things through when they say, how were you able to do door? So if you're trying to nail somebody,
Baby soft life, please, I disagree. Don't believe spending. This is Prado, 3-seater. Wumi, Liam, and Mohbad. They were seated in middle of the seat. This guy, what is his name? Spending at the back seat. Seat ẹ̀yìn ló jókòó sí. Tẹ́ bá mọ̀ bí Prado ṣe rí. Ó fọwọ́ kan gbọ́mọ lọ́wọ́. Ó wá stretch ọwọ́ ẹ̀ látẹ̀yìn. Ó wá fi ń guide ilẹ̀kùn, ó mú lẹ̀kùn lọ́wọ́, irọ́ ló ń pa.
Ọ̀túnba, ẹ mọ̀ nǹkan tí mo sọ.
Báwo lọ́wọ́ ẹ ṣe gùn tó?
Ẹ jẹ́ ìṣàlàyé sá, I drive a 7-seater. It can be done. Ṣé ọmọ tó lóun gbé dání yẹn kò gbé dání with the utmost care? Àbí òye nǹkan tí mo sọ? Because ọmọ yẹn was safe. Tó bá jẹ́ kó drop, ó roll, it's fine. It can be done because when you look at a 7-seater, that very back row yẹn is very tight. Even adults struggle to sit in it. So if you have a 7-seater, even teenagers struggle to sit in it. And that's why a lot of the time, the 7-seater is always folded down to have a bigger foot space.
Baby soft life. Nǹkan tí mo sọ ẹ̀ ṣì máa rántí ẹ̀ tó bá yá. Nígbà tí wọ́n bá tún bí ọ̀kẹ́. Àwọn people kan fẹ́ narrative. Wọ́n fẹ́ narrative tó kú sí. Orí àwọn tó béèlì wọn, àwọn tó sanwó wọn, wọ́n ṣàfẹ́ wá kan láti pushing, láti support àwọn narrative wọn. irọ́ náà pa at the end of the day tẹ́ bá máa mọ̀ ọ́n sí ó lè máa ṣí dànù mọ́tò wọn kàn ágíù lásán ni which is true èèyàn ṣe gbaṣẹ́ kò ń ríṣẹ́ gbà tẹ́lẹ̀ ó lọ ń bọ̀ rẹ̀ jà ní show obìnrin wo ni ò ní serious argument pẹ̀lú ọkọ ẹ̀ ẹ̀dẹ̀ ẹ̀gbọ́n kan tí spending sọ náà fúnra ẹ̀ pé òun bá prime boy jà ṣé ò mọbi tó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni dẹ́ o lọ first show tá a gbọ́mọ 5 months lọ́wọ́ o lọ ń jà kò sí bágúmẹ̀ntì ò ṣe ní wà bọ̀ kò le tó bí àwọn pípò ìṣe ń sọ wọ́n kàn mọ́mọ́ fẹ́ púṣì kankan lé sínú ẹ̀.
Yoruba English ni sir. Yoruba English ni. Because when Nigerians say wọ́n jà, it could be an argument. Wọ́n kàn sọ̀rọ̀. Àìṣà rí pé òun náà sọ pé wọ́n kàn sọ̀rọ̀ ní pé kò sí anything physical. But when they say it in English, they will say they were fighting. Fighting is a physical thing. And ẹni tó jẹ́ pé ó ń argue, ó yàtọ̀ sẹ́ni tó ń fight. Because when you are arguing with somebody, Yoruba máa ṣì sọ pé wọ́n jà. But what they need to do is correct it in their spoken English. There was no physical kini. I think he said it eventually. Nígbà tó press ṣé wọ́n jà physically ni àbí wọ́n jà. Ó ní kò sí physical fight.
Baby Soft Life. Let me just make okay. Let me just say this. It was actually a silent drive to Lekki. And whatever they are thinking was a fight was just it happened for about 5-10 minutes of Wunmi complaining like, why would you fight in public? It was a talk. Why would you fight in public? Liam is seated there. The glass could have injured him. Why would you fight in public? This is the first time you're working with this promotion. Do you think they're going to say, wait, one fight without center? Do you want them to, don't you want them to call you for shows again? You just dropped your EP. And you are trying to promote it. Why would you do such a thing outside? So with that, after that, there was a silent drive to Lekki. I wouldn't say no.
Do you know why I believe you? Do you know why I believe you? I believe you because when they asked them what was the content of the fight, nobody could say it. That was one. Two, the reason I believe you is because when somebody then said, one man was asking Spenmepe, when your friend and your wife were whatever at Onshele, what was your role? Did you say anything? He said no. So I know that when there's been like a fisticuff, everybody just keeps quiet and nobody wants to heighten the situation anymore. And everybody is just fed up and they want to get home. That's the way it works. On a normalcy, that's the way it works. So but 2 hours, it doesn't make sense. Even my ego did not do that. My ego 2 hours. Go 5 minutes, 10 minutes max. So all that's why I believe
Baby
you.
Soft Life, can you remember that some months ago, I think it was Sister Temi, or was it me? And they actually even Spending actually confirmed it yesterday that all of them were still downstairs. They were when they even got home.
Yeah, that's true. He did
It
say
was
that
a
yesterday.
silent thing. Mohbad was still with them. Why? Then, some months ago, was it Sister Temi? Was it me? We now said, Wunmi Tilekumota. Pé àárọ̀ ló ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wá bẹ̀bẹ̀ pé, and it was through àdúrà. Àdúrà tán Wunmi pé mo fẹ́ mú omi nínú fridge. Mohbad wá sá sí lẹ́yìn. Ó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wá pé má bínú kíníkan.
That's what lovers do. Dawa. That's what lovers do.
We said
I don't
this
know
thing
how people
months
don't
ago,
get it.
and it was confirmed yesterday that
Exactly.
all of them were still downstairs.
Exactly.
Wunmi locked herself inside the room.
Exactly.
I don't want to say anything about that. When if it goes to the court, Wunmi would explain all what I just said in details. What I would just say is that it was a silent. If they say there was a fight, there was a verbal stuff between Wunmi and Mohbad. She complained that Shofeki Glassy, Shofeki Omoleshe ni pé Shofeki Glassy bani, and then ele to tún wá ń jà bí Touting to share release EP to share release orin kíkíní kan. Do you think they're going to invite you again? Those were so. But also, I'm going to destroy your career. I was just like, why would they say such a thing? Because she wasn't saying I'll destroy your career. She was actually saying that, do you think the promoter is going to invite you again? Do you think the promoter is going to, when you are fighting like a tout outside, look at the kind of embarrassment you're causing, where you're trying to, when was the last time you went for a show? And now your career is springing up. Why should you now be fighting in public like a tout? So
Do you know,
if that is
Dawa,
what
even
they
on
are
that
now
one, Dawa,
replacing as something, and there was a silence, she did not even come down to say she's going somewhere. Maybe one would tell. Nothing like that happened. It was a silent drive straight home because
to be
she was
honest with
just paying
you,
for the whole
even on
incident.
that one you just said, Dawa, Prime Boy did not have the full information because he reported it differently. Okoko sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ń kó ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú mọ́tò some time back. When he was speaking, was it this morning when it was being played on the platform here? He was saying it as if one day, I went to their house, they locked up in the studio, and she said, Otuwa. So it's everywhere with that information. And it just shows me he has no relationship that is solid with this guy. You don't know how many phones your friend has.